It wasn't that long ago when Poland was a country that mostly people left to go elsewhere. Only very recently in its history has the country dealt with immigration. Over the past 20 or 30 years, Poland, the country has become much wealthier than it had ever been in its past. And so this issue was happening already with refugees from all over the world. From the Ukrainian perspective, 1 million people is a huge number, although it's a really big country. In the early 20th century, up until about 2015, Poland actually did receive and was surprisingly, I'd say, by European standards, quite welcome to the relatively small number of refugees that came. To give one example, there were quite a number of refugees from Georgia. In the election campaign of 2015 in Poland, one of the parties, and this was new in Polish history, started to use a fear of immigrants as a political campaign tactic. In 2014, 2015, there was talk of some North African and Middle Eastern immigrants coming into the country. We were talking numbers of maybe a couple thousand. The Polish government at the time had been willing to take. The far-right Law and Justice Party that's now in power ran a campaign saying that they're going to flood our country with alien values and bring in diseases and all of this fear-mongering that one is accustomed to hearing in cases like that. They ended up winning about 38% of the vote, but that was enough in a fragmented political scene for them to take power. Now they've been in power since 2015, and if they totally control the state media and the educational system, and they've really developed a very authoritarian system. And that was the situation when the Ukrainian crisis hit. And the same government immediately opened the border to Ukraine. So there's this bizarre situation where within just miles, you have a border wall with Belarus blocking anyone from coming in. And then you have a wide open border with Ukraine where if you come in from Ukraine, if you actually look at the way the emergency laws are written, you don't even have to show documentation. You can come in with no papers, doesn't matter, just come in. You're welcome. It's quite an amazing change, an amazing turn that's driven, in this case, by the fact that the current government, in addition to being, all the other negative things I've said, they're very anti-Russian and very hostile towards the Russians. So if the Russians are doing something bad towards someone, then those people are the good guys, and we have to let them in.